Alrighty. Hi, Anja. Welcome to the show, Lucy.
Hi guys.
Hello. It's so nice to be here. We're
Thank you
so
for the
happy
invite.
that you joined us, Lucy.
Yeah, I know. I'm so excited to chat with you guys.
Mm. So, for the audience, we are so excited to introduce you to this beautiful woman, Lucy. And Lucy, is it Lucy McDowell? Your,
Yes,
yeah?
I just got married, but I haven't changed my last name yet, so I'm
Oh,
still confused about that either. I always give either my maiden name or my new name. So
well, congratulations.
Yeah,
thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Um, and Lucy is the owner of Women X Crypto. And we're so excited to welcome you, Lucy, to this show. And I just
Thank
wonder
you.
if you would be able to start by just introducing yourself to the listeners.
Yeah, totally. I would love to. So, my name is Lucy. I started Women in Crypto a little bit over a year ago. I got really frustrated because I wanted to learn about crypto. I already lost a lot of money with crypto. So I really wanted to take it seriously and learn crypto because I felt there's really something behind it. And then I thought, okay, if I start learning it, so might as well share it, and maybe I can help someone else, and especially women, because the reason why I got so frustrated was because there were only men in the space, and also specifically men with Lamborghinis, men with, I don't know, with a lot of cash in their hands, and I was like, there must be like a normal person teaching crypto. So yeah, so that's how I started. If I'm not into crypto, I'm a digital marketer. I've been working in the Bay Area in Silicon Valley for the last 10 years, in the tech industry. So still doing that, but women in crypto is my big passion project.
How wonderful to hear. Your story is just the same as mine in terms of why I ended up starting to teach it, is because I was trying to find out as much as I could about it and trying to piece things together from YouTube. And it was
Yeah,
so, yeah, difficult to do that I had to go through that really deep process of trying to navigate it and understand it to the point where I was like, I can teach this.
yeah. And it's crazy you're saying that because I've talked to so many women, and like a lot of like women or female educators in this space, they started because of the same reason, right? Because there were no women in this space. So I just love you guys are doing it, and I just want more women in this space. I want more women, like women investing into crypto. Like that's my big dream.
Yeah, same. And so is it kind of crypto? Is it Bitcoin? Like where is your yeah, where are you sort of interested in most?
Yeah. I think my heart is recently in NFTs. I really got into NFTs. I thought they're super cool. Like I love art. Like I'm a marketer, so I'm a creative person. So the whole NFT world really speaks to me. I'm still a crypto investor first because NFTs, like if you're buying art, right? It's more like a hobby, I would call it, and I do it for the communities. And we can talk about it later if you want. And then crypto, I take more seriously, and I look at it as a more serious investment.
Mm. And do you trade with crypto, or are you just sort of buying buying to for the long term?
Yeah. So when I started with crypto, or like when I started investing in general, I did trade quite a bit.
Mm.
I did make some money with it, but like trading is like a different thing. And I think if you want to trade and if you want to take it seriously, you really have to invest a lot of time into it. And I just really quickly realized, hey, this is not for me. And I don't have the time for it. I also just recently became a mom. So I just decided, and you can lose a lot of money trading, right? Like no one talks about the downside of trading, that you can also lose a lot of money really quickly. So right now what I'm doing when it comes to stocks, like I invest like in stocks, I invest in real estate, and I invest in crypto, and I look at it more in the long term, right? I don't plan to take my money out in the next 5 years. I plan to take out my money like in the next like 10 or 15 years, right? I'm just like slowly growing my portfolio.
Mm. Great strategy. That we definitely are proponents of. It's just the long term. Now, anybody who sort of watches this show and who knows about my programs and courses, like NFTs feature very briefly, but I don't go that much into them. So I definitely teach more about the fundamentals of Bitcoin. And then I do teach a little bit about trading, but I'm so excited to have you on to sort of break open this NFT space a little bit more, just to sort of tell us and share with me as well why you're excited. Because I know there's lots of people who kind of question whether it's like a worthwhile investment, and is it just, like a kind of digital you know gif that nobody is really
Yeah.
going to need. So I'd love you to sell it to us.
Yeah, totally. I thought that too. I was like, I think I had some friends like looking into NFTs like last year. I'm like, why would I buy like a JPEG? Like, this is so stupid. Seriously, I was thinking that. But I also like, I'm like naturally a curious person, so I started looking into NFTs, and it's just more than a JPEG. Obviously, yes, if you like a NFT, you can just copy paste it and print it out, obviously. But what's so specific or so special about NFTs is that it's like a certificate of authentication, right? So if you buy a digital JPEG, like it's really yours. Like, yes, someone can copy it, but also someone can copy your bag or like your real art, right? But you are the true owner of this JPEG. So NFTs are great, like for the art, for like if you like an image, right, or like any kind of painting, like as an NFT, and you buy it as an art, but like don't treat it as an investment, right? Like just buy it because you like it, because you want to have one, because you don't really know is it going to be worth something in the future or not. And the same with like physical art, right? You never know, right? Unless you like really, again, similar to trading, unless you spend a lot of time into it. The reason why I got so excited actually is that a lot of NFTs have utility. So the utility can be like access to a specific community. It can be access to like some events, some like very close knitted events, like even like with VIPs. So a lot of when you own an NFT, like you're part of like some educational community. So I really got into like those communities because again, like my crypto journey was very lonely before I started Women in Crypto. So like when I started buying NFTs, like I got access to those groups. And like one very famous example is my BFF, which you guys probably also know. Their NFT is actually a bracelet. And then you can get little charms when you do like little things with them, right? When you attend an event, you get a charm. When you like sign up for the newsletter, you get a charm. And it's a very, very beautiful community. And I love that. Obviously, it's a very big community. So that's not the only NFT I own. I also have some smaller NFTs where I'm really like with a group of like maybe 500 people. And then like obviously the conversation is more intimate. And then there are obviously very, very famous NFTs like the apes, right? Which is a very exclusive groups. Like if they throw an event in New York and like you have this NFT, you might end up with in a party with Justin Bieber. So I think it's a really cool idea. Like we don't know where it goes, and I think that's also like the beautiful part about crypto and NFTs. Like we don't know what will happen with it, but I think like the initial idea is actually pretty exciting.
Yeah, I've started hopping in just a little bit, really just playing, and I've bought a couple little, like a little face of a girl that digitized,
Nice.
and I use it for I think I have it on my Instagram and my Twitter. And then there is also one, it's a seal. I forgot the organization, but it's sort of an environmental organization, and it's the seal, and in it. So once you have this seal, you're sort of part of this community, and then they share information about, new perhaps environmental organizations that are digitizing some art to help fundraise. And so it sort of allows for this international community, somebody in California or London or Germany, they can be part of the same group in something that they believe in, even though they're not in the same city. So it really allows for this nice connection, and it's this sort of fun, shiny thing that you get to collect.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's totally fun. So I don't actually I wouldn't say I collect NFTs, but I am not an NFT investor. right? Like I don't plan to make any money with my NFTs. Like I'm in for the community, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a lot of this space is all about creating these nice connections between people. I
Yeah,
mean, I've met
totally.
so many people during COVID, because that was sort of the beginning of COVID, is when I started when I started learning about crypto. I think because I had the time,
Yeah.
everything was sort of sheltered. And I got to meet so many people from all over the world. So it
That's
really,
wonderful.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it really, I think it's so interesting because I kind of cradle this space of being very into Bitcoin in terms of what it means for a new financial system, what it means for a new monetary system, the freedom around that, the sovereignty around that. But then I'm also very interested in, yeah, that community aspect, the bringing people together, the formation of new technology, the formation of new products and things that can actually help to support integration and bringing people together. And I love this idea of the NFT of like using it as a way to enter a community or being part of that community and like getting the little
Yeah,
charms for
like a
every
little,
time.
something shiny.
Great idea. And people want something, it's like a kind of exchange of energy, like you're showing up to something and like you get something else back. There is this like nice exchange, which is part of it all. It's like this is
Yeah,
what the whole space is about, is this the exchange of energy, whether that's monetarily or whether that's like attendance, whether it's your energy
yeah,
going towards something. So yeah, you're selling
yeah.
it.
Very beautifully said. I think you just sold yourself.
Oh, shoot. And how do you feel about after last year, like 2022, a lot of the perception of NFTs, like with this bubble and the bursting of the bubble in terms of I mean, I know you're not investing in them, but just the sort of the
Yeah.
overall perspective. Are you kind of caught up in that? Do you ignore it? Like, what is your feeling? And also the people that come to you to learn, like, how has that been?
Yeah. I Last year was tough. I mean,
Mm,
I'm down on like all my portfolios, right? Like
mm,
stock and like crypto, NFTs. Like even I bought like NFTs for way more than they are worth now, right? And then sometimes you look at that and you are like, great, good job. But again, like, and I think why we are all here is we believe in the industry. I hope so, at least. And then I think this is just like a short term, like, we are in a recession. Like almost every country is in an inflation. So obviously everything is down. So I ignore it. I ignore the news. Like even when like FTX was going down, like this huge crypto exchange last year or like late last year. Luckily I didn't have like already learned. I lost a lot of money in May 2022 with a Celsius app, which was a staking app.
yeah.
So I already like after May, I put everything into my hardware wallet, so I don't keep any crypto on exchanges. So when FTX went down, I just had to ignore it because there's so much negativity going around, and I just want to like look at crypto at this like new shiny thing, at this beautiful community, and like this really exciting technology, which it is, right? And so I don't want to be bothered by all the naysayers, pretty much. Like I bought a house late last year, and it took us like 15 days to move money from one bank account to another bank account, and then for the bank to free up the money so we can pay for a house. And with Bitcoin, it will take like seconds or like minutes. And this is like, that always reminds me that there is a future for crypto, for digital currencies, for like this entire technology, for blockchain, right? So yes, everything is down, but I believe in short it will go back up again. So yeah, I'm here to stay, and ignore everything else going on as much as I can. I still read the news, obviously, and I still use my read my newsletters, but I just try not to like engage with it too much.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny how all the people who have been in crypto, even though, they've lost money, they've lost, FTX or Celsius,
Yeah,
but everybody's still totally on board and understands that this is the exciting future, and people are still engaging, and they haven't given up hope for the most part, I think.
yeah,
Um, But like the outside world is seeing this unfold, the people who aren't into crypto. And there's, so there's more fear of the space
Oh,
because
100%.
of all, yeah. But I was looking at your Instagram the other day, and you had this great video of you walking out of the house, stomping out of the house, going through your backyard, through the snow, with this sort of intention of, I want to share this information with people. People need to know this, even though there's these struggles. So I just thought it was a great video. And I'm wondering, how do you go about sharing it with people who aren't in the crypto space? Because I really struggle with it. And I kind of almost sometimes isolate myself in the crypto space because I know people will understand and I don't have to explain. But I'm wondering how you do it. Like, how do you navigate all those people out there who aren't in crypto, but you want to share the information because you so believe in it?
Yeah, totally. I think I have a little bit of your approach too. Like, I don't want to be salesy, right?
Right.
I want to provide you all the information I can give, and like I'm trying to explain to you like why it makes sense. But like in the end, it's your decision, and I always like also preach do your own research, right? So if you do your own research and you decide it's not for you, that's totally fine. Now I have very good friends, and they're like, or even like my parents, they're like, why are you doing this? It's gonna go down, and like just like okay, like I'll share my point, but like everyone is entitled to their own opinion. So and I'm totally fine with that, right? And then what is a little bit unfortunate, you have like all those scammers in the industry,
Yeah.
which do a lot of harm to like what is really going on, right? To the people who are building in this industry. And I think because of that, a lot of people burned their hands with crypto, and like a lot of people like turned their backs to crypto because of that. So that's I think is really sad and disappointing. But yeah, I'll just keep sharing, keep educating. I see a very slow growth in general, so I can tell there's less interest into crypto, but I'm not giving up. I'm here. Whoever wants to listen to me, I will educate and I will teach you. Like if I get one more person like to believe in crypto, like that's perfect. I can live with that.
Do you find that women seem maybe more interested? Because it's maybe like for me, I was never into finance. I didn't, I think I wasn't into investing. I didn't come from a family who did that. And you just don't, I think I always felt that it was this space that was for the boys' club,
Mm-hmm.
the wealthy, highly educated boys' club. So I never felt an opening or an invitation in a way. With crypto,
Yeah,
I felt that invitation right away.
that's
And I'm
awesome.
wondering if it's like actually a great space, especially for women, because it is so open.
100%. I totally believe that. And I think with like now there's like evolution of Web3, like I think even more women will get into crypto because crypto is still very technical and still very finance heavy, right? Like we still talk about like most people who get into crypto, they want to invest their money, right? Or learn how to invest.
Yeah.
And I think with Web3, like it really opens the world to people who are not really interested into finance, which I think is beautiful. So I see actually more women in Web3 than I see in crypto. And like I follow a bunch of people on Twitter, and I just see like there's like a lot of engagement going on. And then people share job descriptions or like job posting about jobs in Web3, and like a lot of those jobs they're not tech heavy, right? So everyone can be in Web3 now. So
It's
I
so
think
true.
that's
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I mean, I think it's so true that women are drawn towards Web3 and like the potentials of blockchain use in different ways. And they might not think of it as the blockchain, but they might be looking at, NFTs or
yeah.
reforestation projects or things like that. And when we were looking for people in Instagram, for example, we were putting in, women in crypto, lots of people, women in Bitcoin. It's like, none, there's so few. And it's so interesting, and it's something that I've come up against teaching more about that financial piece, not in terms of necessarily investing, but just this is how to kind of take control of your money. And women have been really left out of that conversation for hundreds
Yeah.
of years, right? Like they have been, forced away from the family without anything, or families are paid to take them when they get married, or the money doesn't pass to the woman, the daughter, it goes to the son. So there's this sort of feeling, like, just in terms of this internal energy of being a woman, that maybe we're not really a part of this financial system. And I do want to try and change that conversation too, because
Yeah.
money is inherent to our survival and our feeling of well-being and welfare, in terms of what we can afford and all of those sorts of things. And women fundamentally go, I'm not interested in learning about money. I just don't, I leave that to someone else. And then they're the same people that might say, I don't have any money, I don't know what to do. And I really want to try and bring women into that space as well, going, let's love money, let's really feel like
Yeah.
we can actually talk about this.
Yeah, totally. I personal story here, like when I became a mom, obviously I stopped working. I stopped working a little bit before that. So I've been not really earning my old salary in a while. So kind of dependent on my husband, who's amazing. But not earning my own money has been so hard for me, right? And then, like, I see there's a lot of stay-at-home moms who don't own their own money, right? So they're like, oh, like my husband is investing. And then I'm also part of some mom groups. And then, some women, they want to leave their husband and they want to start their own life, but they don't have the financial freedom to do so, right? Like exactly what you said. So it is so important for women to earn their own money, or like to put something on the side, or to invest, to be financially free, right? And like in my personal case, like I do contracting on the side, I put everything, I invest everything. Like we share our money with my husband, but we also both have our own money, right? So I just like encourage every woman to just like, just keep your own bank account, have like some emergency fund, because you might, hopefully you'll never need it, but it's always good to be in the power of your own money. And it's been really hard for me. So I can only encourage other women to do so as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we talk about sovereignty in terms of Bitcoin, in terms of the government having hold over our money, but for a lot of women, it's their partner.
Yeah, totally.
So
and it's naturally, right? Like you're the mother. Okay, yeah, I stay home with my kid. Like it's it's not, no one is evil here, right? It's just like naturally it kind of like flows that way, and then you realize, oh, I have to Venmo my husband if I go grocery shopping, so like so you give me my money back, right? So it's just like, I think you always forget about the role women sometimes play in like in a family, right? So also like why I'm so into like teaching women about crypto is also like because I want women, as you said, I want women to invest. I want empower women to like use their own money, and like it's a little bit, it's like $5 a week. It doesn't matter. Just start building. Last year with my contracting work, I was able to save like half of my contracting salary and like put it aside, and like it grew. It wasn't a lot, but it grew over the last 12 months. It actually grew to a significant amount, right? So just like a little bit and a little bit, and it just compounds, and then you're good.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring in the single middle-aged woman perspective in terms of that, because I'm here in the US by myself. I'm a single person, only child, no children. So one of my concerns is future. As I get older, how am I going to be able to support myself? So I really felt like this push to start growing my money, to get to saving my money. And again, it was sort of this space where, looking at the standard financial system, I just didn't see a space for me there. And so again, crypto, I felt this invitation in a way, and I just started putting all this money into it. And I started feeling more hopeful about my future, like, oh, okay, I won't have to be, I don't know what, I didn't go into what the scenarios would be because I didn't want to, I wanted to know that I had something that's going to support me financially. So, and that's crypto. So I wanted to just share that. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's a great story too.
Yeah. And I have all these cat dependents.
So yeah,
I have to take care
they
of.
are important too. They are important too.
Yeah. Vet bills, cat food, that kind of thing. Yeah.
And how do you think, talking about property and things like that in the future, like how are you thinking about NFTs in terms of like the property NFTs or the identity NFTs? Like, do you ever like research those as well and see those as being?
Yeah, I think already like a house sold as an NFT like a while ago. I think there's definitely a future. I think the use cases were still pretty early on. I think the biggest next use case you will see will be with those luxury brands that will like give you those certificates, right? As an NFT that you're like the true owner of this bag. This is an original. This is not a fake. And this will really help the luxury brands to distinguish between like the real ones and the fake ones, or like the buyers, right? Like I even like bought a bag once on eBay, and like I could have known that it was too cheap, it was too good to be true to be like an original luxury bag, right? So obviously I bought a fake one, right? But like if the seller would have like a certificate of authenticity, right, which is an NFT, which you can't really copy or fake, right? Then I would have known. So I think I see like a big future for like luxury brands and NFTs.
Yeah, and that supports like sustainability as well, because, you know, people will resell those things, you know, they will keep hold of them and
Yes.
recognize the value rather than people coming in and kind of replicating them, and people don't know either way, but it kind of restores that, retains that value. Because I sell antique jewelry. It was sort of where I came from for a bit. And you know, there you need authenticity about those pieces too. And it really helps to just grow the value of those pieces and retain it over time. So I definitely see it there. It's very powerful.
Well, I was curious about your your website and what you share with the community. I mean, as I was hopping on through your Instagram, I saw that there was a link to your website and that you could download this NFT sort of intro document that is just really beautiful. And it's so clear and understandable, because NFT is kind of like crypto or blockchain. It's sometimes very complicated to understand because it's something new. It's not because, you know, it's not valid. It's just something new for us to wrap our heads around. So you do such a nice job. So thank you for creating that. And I learned a lot about NFTs last night.
Thank you. Awesome. Yay. Awesome.
And another thing I noticed. Oh, no, go ahead. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Well, another thing I noticed was your website. It had like in 11 days, something is happening, or in 12 days. I'm just wondering what's happening.
Oh, I'm just, actually, I'm super excited. I don't know why I'm downplaying it. I think it's like a typical female thing again. I'm launching my website. I'm planning to launch my website. So working on that right now. But that's only a small piece. Like my big goal is to launch actually a crypto beginner course in April. Because almost like every other day I get asked, how can I get started? How can I get started? I just want to provide more than like create a Coinbase account, invest $5, like figure it out, like I'll try it out and like start slowly. Here are some resources. So my goal is really like to launch this like crypto beginner course, which is I think will be really helpful, hopefully. And for me, what is also very important is like I want to try to hammer it almost into people's head, like you will not get rich overnight. Take investing seriously, do it slowly, let time work for you. And like, so I think my course will be like a mix of like investing and investing strategies mixed with crypto and like how to get started with crypto. So that's coming up in April, and then I will launch my website just so people know who I am. And like, I just want to like put all my resources up. I will have a blog, so I want to like add some blog posts there. But yeah, working on that right now as we speak.
Well, that's awesome. It's so nice to see, you know, more and more women get into the crypto space and share their brilliance and their passion,
Yeah, totally. I was so happy when you know what you guys are doing is so beautiful. And like I just love, like, again, like when you reached out to me about this podcast and you asked me like, yeah, and can you share, and I know what it was, like how you started, and like about investing strategies, and like, is it okay if we ask you that, because we're kind of competitors. And I feel like I don't look at us as competitors, like, and like I think
Right.
maybe that's what you said, that the crypto space is so open, and you felt so welcome. Like, I think it's just so beautiful. Like, I think everyone wants to help each other, everyone wants to talk to each other, and like we're all so happy, like if there's another woman in this space, everyone's like cheering each other on and like, yeah, let's do this, and like let's talk together, like let's collaborate. And I think it's so beautiful, and like maybe that's why it's so much fun. That's a big possibility. Now I forgot what I wanted to say, but like I just like big shout out to you guys and what you're doing, and this beautiful community. So yeah, that's why I'm doing it, right? That's why I'm here too. Which is great.
It's so funny how finance and community and supporting each other can be put in one sentence, in one concept,
Yes.
because we don't really have that currently, like the system we're coming out of. So it's such a special
Yeah.
Special energies.
Maybe that's why we need to advertise to get more women into this space. We just like advertise the community more than like the whole investing
then they
and
come
technology
naturally.
part, right? And just like, just come, have fun. Let's just chat. Yeah.
I totally agree. And actually, it's important to be in the community first, because it slows you down too, because it's really the greed that influences this want to get in, to get rich quick. And the crypto space changes so quickly that if you think that oh, I just need to learn this once and then I'm done, you're going to get hurt by the price moves, or where to move your money, or you kind of need to stay on top of what's happening. And so staying, the community is actually the most important thing, and then the learning comes as part of that. So, and I love I just want to say it back to you, like I love meeting you and just seeing all of the things that you're doing, and just your inspiration and your positivity. And I love your social media posts, like if anyone doesn't follow Women X Crypto, you're really good at it. And I really want to create this collaboration, because you see, like with banking institutions, you see with any other organizations, everybody is in that competitive environment. And I think there is something, and I don't know if it's just the feminine, but it is about like the community, the circle, the connectiveness, the collectiveness, and that really is so powerful and can support us all. And I think we all long for that, is some help and support, and human element, right? Like a human connection. So
yeah, totally.
Yeah. Wonderful. So if people want to get hold of you, where should they go?
Yeah, totally. Follow me or come to my Instagram. It's Women X Crypto. I will also soon start, you'll have my website, I'll start a newsletter. So just hop over to Instagram, and then there's you'll get all the links to all the other platforms in there. Really excited to hopefully see one or the other.
And I just want to say, like, congratulations for all of the amazing things that have happened to you recently, with having a new baby and getting married. And
thank you. Yeah, it's been a crazy year. So yeah, thank you. Very, very grateful. And obviously, and I also want to say, like, crypto also helped pay down my down payment for the house, right? So it's been a hard year, but it's still like, if you invest and you invest the right way, you're able to also take some profits, right? Which is also important. And I think did you guys start investing last year or a little early on?
I started in
2020. So I saw
you saw.
I didn't take profit, and now
we need that. So that's one last thing. One last tip: take profits too.
We need t-shirts. Take profit.
Take profit. Yeah.
But I actually want to really speak to that too, is because you see a lot of people who are speaking about it in the space, and they're always like, oh, they make it sound like they always know what they're doing. They always sold at the top and bought at the bottom. And like, it's so nice to have an honest conversation, be like, look, we lost some money in Celsius. Look, I didn't sell at the top. Like, this is a hugely fluctuating market that happens really quickly. Like, let's be honest, like, you know,
Yeah,
we're not all going to get it right.
100%.
It's fine. So I think you've probably put a lot of women's minds to rest who did invest and who thought, oh my gosh, I've done something wrong. It's like, look, we're all in the same position, so don't worry about it.
Exactly.
Alrighty.
Thank you so, so much for spending time
Thank
with
you,
us.
guys.
Really had a
Yeah,
lot of
it was
fun.
wonderful. Thank you. It was great.
Oh, we just need to end with just saying, if anyone enjoyed this video, then obviously please do follow Lucy, and you can find us at thecryptoethic.com. And please do like, subscribe, press the bell button and the all to keep watching more videos. And hopefully we'll get to speak to Lucy again soon. So thank
I would
you.
love that. Thank you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye.
Ciao.